Superstars, how's it going? It is time for another episode of content, you guys, from Before You Go Pro. I am pumped up to be back with you guys today. It is game time. Hopefully your day is getting off to a great start, or if this is later in the day that you're checking out this content, hopefully you had a great day, you and yours, you guys. So let's get after it. This is a football channel. There is a ton of things that we want to download to you guys so that you can separate from the rest of the competition. If you're joining us for the very first time, this is the Before You Go Pro channel. This is a football channel geared towards the young aspiring football players out there. If you're a high school football player, junior college football player, a prep school kid, somebody that's in college trying to find your way, well then this is the channel for you, baby. And please make sure that you share with as many people as you know so we can grow this community. Also, if you are joining us for the very first time, or if you're not and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button so that we can make sure that you're notified whenever we release new content on behalf of Before You Go Pro, which is weekly because we get after it, you guys. Also, some cool resources down in the description box that are going to help you take things to the next level. So I am pumped up to get after it with you guys today. This is the Weekday Huddle. So Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Come spend some time with Coach Wood and let's separate from everybody else, you guys. That's what this is all about. So today's topic, you guys, because we're always bringing in topics that pertain to you guys, things that you can put in your back pocket, things that you can be aware of so you can navigate this industry properly. Today's topic, you guys, is one that many of you athletes need to know how to navigate, especially during the recruiting process. As you get into that junior and senior year and you're on the clock and college recruiters are looking at your class, you need to know how to navigate that process. And unfortunately, you guys, some athletes go through pretty catastrophic injuries or injuries that limit some of their playing time during their career in high school or junior college. But it gets critical when you're on the clock. It gets critical when it's your time to leave, how you navigate if you went through an injury, that information with the team that's recruiting you. So if you've been in this thing for a while, you already know this. But if you're a parent of an athlete that's going through the recruiting process and it's his class on the clock, or if you're an athlete, you're a high school senior, you're going into your senior year. Right now, we're in the second semester, depending on when you're seeing this, of 2026. So we've got athletes that we've started working with in the 2027 class. These are kids that are in the second semester of their junior year and they're prepping. They're getting ready for that senior year. So they're on the clock. They're being recruited. They're being evaluated. And some of them, because Before You Go Pro is all about the diamond in the rough, some of the athletes that come to us have smaller sample sizes as far as their film from their junior year because they got injured. Let's say you're an athlete that got injured and you've got good film, but it's a short sample size. And now recruiters are maybe wondering why your film is a little bit shorter, or they're looking at it and they're evaluating you and they don't have enough to offer you. They like you. Maybe they're asking you to come to their camp. Maybe they're stopping by your school and talking to you, but they don't have enough yet to offer you. Some athletes that we work with are wondering, should I divulge the information to them about why my film is short? Should I tell them that I was injured half the season when I talked to them, or a quarter of the season? Should I tell them that, I've got to get a surgery this off season? how upfront should I be with the player Carfax? Well, that's a fabulous question, you guys. And one thing that you have to remember, especially if you're new to this recruiting process thing, is that this thing is sales. It's good old-fashioned sales. No different than you go down to the car lot and somebody's going to walk up to you and ask you what you need, and then they're going to try to sell you one of the cars on the lot. Well, what we do with Before You Go Pro, because many of you guys might not know, we are a recruiting and mentoring program as well. It's not just about content. We're real practitioners. Myself, my team, we talk to college coaches daily, and we get athletes off to schools. But guess what, you guys? If we were to boil down in the nutshell, really what we do, it's matchmaking and it's sales. And in order to make a match, you guys, you have to present a product. You have to talk with optimism about the product or the service. You have to make it seem like it's the best thing since sliced bread. Make it seem like whoever you're selling to is missing out. And it is no different when we talk to these college coaches about the athletes that are in Before You Go Pro. But how can I make you sound like you're the best thing since sliced bread if I'm telling them that you're about to get a surgery, you're about to get a new engine, you know, you're dinged up on the left side a little bit? Nobody's going to start the recruiting process with that information, you guys. So what I'm telling you, and this is for the athlete, this is what we tell the athletes that work with Before You Go Pro, eventually you will divulge that information, but it's not what you want to start off with. It's not what you want to start off with. You're in New Orleans and now all of a sudden Tulane is calling you. You're down in LA, UCLA, San Diego State is reaching out. You're in Texas. Now Texas Tech is calling you, and it is finally your time. Do not start the conversation with the things that they would look at as possibly being wrong with you. Nobody starts a date in that manner. Very similar to the real estate industry. Somebody's coming to look at the house that you're trying to sell. You know that there's a little leak in the roof. You know that there's a little hole in the backyard fence. You do not start the sale with that. You want to show them all the amazing things about the property that they're considering buying. You want them to visualize. This is key for you young recruits, you parents of recruits, you recruiters out there, you coaches. You want them to visualize themselves in the house. You want it to be done for them mentally by the time you bring up that hole in the roof or that hole in the backyard fence. And it is the same thing for you athletes who are trying to be recruited. If they're showing interest, let them show interest. Keep doing the things. Talk to them on the phone. Keep doing the things that are going to make them want to say, hey, this is the kid we want. This is the kid we want. Now, if they find out that information later or you divulge it later, they're already bought into you as a player and bought into you as a student athlete, you guys. And especially if you know you're going to be good by the time you get to the college. So maybe I did get injured and miss half of my junior year in high school, but guess what? I'm about to play my senior year and I'm gonna have a healthy season, so I don't have to talk to you at length about the injury from my junior year, because guess what? I'm going to be on the field my senior year from game one. We've got an offensive lineman that was wondering, and now we know that he's going to go on a PWO to a Big Sky FCS program, but he was wondering during the process if he should divulge the fact that he's got to get a surgery in the off season. I said, hey, are you going to be ready for the season? And he said, yeah, probably I might miss the beginning of training camp, but I'm going to be ready for the season. I said, well, wait. Let's wait. Because all that school really cares about, and they're probably not going to play him the first year anyway because he's fresh out of high school, but all they care about is, will you be ready for the season? Can they utilize you on practice squad? Can they utilize you maybe if people go down during the season? And the question for him is yes, he's going to be available during the season. So right now it's all about being attractive for the sale. You guys have to stay attractive for the sale. The coaches may try to get the player Carfax on you, and that's fine. We're not lying. If they ask about something, we had an FCS program ask about one of our linebackers because he had a neck roll and he had a shoulder harness. So if they ask, then we're going to be honest. We're going to bring it up, but we're not starting with the conversation of, hey, did you see on the film I had a shoulder harness? This is the reason why. We're not starting with that. So you athletes out there, remember that this is a sales game and that staying healthy is something that is definitely a part of this industry and critical, and colleges will try to gauge how healthy athletes are that they're considering recruiting. But if they like the film and they're evaluating you and they want to progress with the process of recruiting you, then mum is the word. Mum is the word. They're progressing and you know you're going to be healthy when it's showtime. Mum is the word. All right. Now, once again, we're not lying. If they ask you directly about injury history or, it comes up down the road and they bring it up, then tell the truth. But if they like the film, you like that school, and everything's going to be on target by the time you get to that school or by the time they would need you to perform, mom is the word. Keep the sale going, baby. Keep the recruiting process going. Get your scholarship, get your PWO, and then make sure you're healthy and ready to go. If I've got a car in the shop and the person loves the car and this car is going to come out spick and span ready to go, then hey, the car is going to be ready for you. When do you need it? You need it in 6 months? That car is going to be ready for you, baby. So it's the same thing. Get the sale done. Get the sale done. We do not divulge anything that could be detrimental from the beginning, especially when it comes to the player Carfax, when it comes to your physical capabilities and your health. I'm praying that you guys stay healthy. I'm praying that you guys make the right decisions this off season. A lot of you guys are getting ready for a heavy camp season. Listen to your body. Listen to your body. Nobody can listen to your body like you, and you can't make the club in the tub. Nobody's going to recruit damaged goods. And remember, the fall is the most important thing. The fall is the most important thing. So we're not going to, if our body's saying, this hamstring's a little tight, this groin's a little tight, we're not going to risk it. We're not going to risk it because the fall is the most important thing. We got to keep the player Carfax clean, pristine, and ready to go like a lean, mean running machine, baby. So keep that in mind. Get the sale. Close the deal, and make sure that you got something in your back pocket, all right? So hopefully this finds you well, you guys. Once again, like my dad said, you can't make the club in the tub. Nobody's giving you a scholarship if they don't think you can stay healthy, all right? So hit that subscribe button, baby, and then please check out those resources. We're actually about to add some new resources to the suite, baby, because we want to serve on a high level. So make sure you tell your friends, your teammates, your coaches, check out the Before You Go Pro channel, and I'll see you at the top.
Complexity.